Everyone wants to create cool motion graphics that feel smooth, satisfying, and professional. In this video, we'll walk through a simple yet powerful example of how you can build eye-catching motion graphics without spending endless hours editing. Let's dive in and bring ideas to life.
Today, we're going to build the middle section of this motion graphics project. First, we make the background. We need a merge node connected to media out. Add a background node to the merge. Then press Shift plus space and add a grid node, and right after that, a vignette node. Once that's done, let's go to the grid node first. Here, adjust the size, the line strength, and the color to shape the look you want. Now let's move to the background node and choose the color for our base layer. In the vignette node, adjust the size and choose the color to define the shape and mood of the background. Since we want a moving background, we'll place a video on top of the background layer. This clip is from Adobe Stock, and it's completely free to use. Drag the video into Fusion and connect it to the output of the merge. Then add a rectangle mask and increase the soft edge to smooth the shape. After that, press Shift plus space and add a blur node, and adjust the blur size to soften the edges even more. Great! Press Shift plus space again and add a color corrector. Here, adjust the color to match the style you want. You can still fine-tune the size and the blur if needed to get a smoother and more polished result. And just like that, our animated background is ready. Let's start creating the liquid bubble effect. First, add a merge node, then a rectangle mask. After that, press Shift plus space and add a Displace node. Connect the merge output to the yellow input of the Displace node. Then take the output of the Displace and connect it to the green input of a second merge node. Now connect the rectangle output to the green input of the Displace node and also to the blue input of the second merge. Now adjust the rectangle settings, change the width, height, and corner radius to shape the bubble area. In the Displace node, set the offset to -1 and the refraction strength to around -4. Then use the spread control to bring out the liquid distortion effect. Now let's create the second, clickable bubble. Add a merge node, then a background node, and a rectangle mask. Adjust the size, the color, and the opacity to shape the bubble. If it is done, then press Shift plus space and add an edge detect node. Enable edge mask overlay, change the width and the mode to grayscale, and change the color if you want to style it differently. Okay, now let's move on to the animated text. Add 2 merge nodes, and then add a text plus node. This will be the base for our text animation. Write your text, then adjust the font and the size to fit the design. I use Racing Sans 1. In the Shading tab, change the color mode to Gradient. Set the black points alpha to 0, and then use the sliders to adjust the transition and control the fade. Once that's done, let's go back to the text node. Right-click inside the text box and choose Follower and go to Modifiers. Change the delay to 1.2 and set the order to left to right. We'll need this for the falling text effect. But before we animate the text, we'll first animate the bubble so we can match the timing perfectly. Go to the rectangle control. Move the playhead to the frame where you want the animation to finish, then add keyframes for both width and height. Go back to the start and set both values to 0. Now move forward in the timeline, about 5 frames at a time, and adjust the width and height values. Make them larger, then smaller, to create a bouncing, liquid expansion effect. If you like it, please like and subscribe. Once that's done, find the point where you want the text animation to begin. Then go back to the text node and open the Modifiers tab. Change the offset Y value under the Transform section and set a keyframe at the point where the animation starts. Then move to the end of the text animation, add another keyframe, and bring the value back to its original position. To make the text fade in, go to the Merge node and open the Settings tab. Add a keyframe at the start and another at the end of the animation. At the beginning, set the blend value to 0, and at the end bring it up to 1 to smoothly reveal the text. And the animation is complete. Now let's duplicate it. Press Ctrl plus C and Ctrl plus V, then connect the copy to the next merge node. Change the text to the second word or phrase, and adjust the font and size if needed. Then go to the Modifiers tab, open the Transform section, and simply add a minus sign in front of the Y value. This will reverse the animation direction. Once that's done, go to the Merge node and set up the Fade In again, add a keyframe at the start and at the end, and animate the blend from 0 to 1. And yeah, I actually made a small mistake here. If I had copied the merge together with the text, this animation would have duplicated automatically. But that's okay, doing it manually works just fine, and it only takes a second. Now let's move over to the second bubble and animate that one as well. Set a keyframe for width and height at the start, then add another keyframe at the end of the animation. And just like before, we can add a little bounce effect by adjusting the values between the two keyframes to make the movement feel more dynamic. And the bubble animation is finished. Now let's add a hand icon that will move on the screen during the animation. Go to the media pool and bring in the hand graphic we'll be using and connect it to a new merge node. Add a transform node to the hand icon and adjust the size to fit the composition. Find the point where you want the animation to start and set a keyframe on the center value. Then move the playhead to where you want the animation to finish, add another keyframe, and drag the hand icon into its final position. Now go back to the starting point, and on the merge node set a keyframe for the blend. Set the blend to 0 at the beginning, and then at the end point raise it to 1 so the hand icon fades in. To add a little click movement, set a keyframe for the angle value. Move forward a couple of frames and add another keyframe, then rotate the hand slightly. Move forward a few more frames, set another keyframe, and rotate it back to the original position. At the moment of the click, the color will also change. So go to the background node and set a keyframe for the color. Then move the playhead to the exact click moment, add another keyframe, and change the color to create that visual feedback. At the moment of the click, a new bubble will appear as well. So select the nodes from the first bubble, press Ctrl+C and Ctrl+V to duplicate them, then hold Shift and snap them into the line. Connect the merge to the Displace node. Since the timing won't be correct yet, go to the Spline window, select the animation curves, and move the whole keyframe group forward until it lines up perfectly with the click. This time a piece of text will appear inside the bubble, so we'll make the rectangle a bit larger. Go to the end point of the animation and increase the width and height values to give the text enough space. We're almost done, just 2 more steps to finish the animation. Copy the text node with Ctrl+C and Ctrl+V, then connect it to a new merge node. Enter your new text and adjust the size or font if needed. Since the timing isn't correct here either, open the Spline window, select the animation curves, and move them to the point where the text should start, right at the moment of the click. And because we want this text to fade in as well, go to the merge node and animate the blend. Set a keyframe at the beginning and set the blend to 0, then move to the end and raise it to 1 for a smooth reveal. And inside the Modifiers tab, we can adjust the delay to fine-tune the timing and make the animation feel perfectly synced. Now let's add one more merge node and another text node to create the write-in text for the new bubble. Connect them together, then type in the text you want to display. Position the text inside the bubble and move to the frame where you want the effect to begin. Set a keyframe for the write-on value and bring it down to 0. Then move to the end of the animation, add another keyframe, and set write-on to 1 so the text writes on smoothly. And that's it, our animation is complete. For final polishing, you can add a zoom in or a shake effect to give it even more energy and impact. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and thanks for watching.